What's the most extreme Rimworld challenge possible? Ice Sheet. No. Northern Ice Sheet. Naked Brutality. 500% difficulty. Fixed Wealth Progress Mode. And character that does not have the super overpowered cannibal trait. My name's Xavier, and welcome to the Naked Ice Sheet 500% Rimworld Challenge. With the release of Rimworld 1.2, we now finally have an Ice Sheet challenge that's difficult, something I'm actually interested in tackling. I never cared much for the old ones because you could basically solo them by just having a cannibal perk, and that was it. It was so overpowered. But now, without that and with 500% difficulty, oh boy, this is going to be fun. Anyway, here's the settings for this campaign. Naked Brutality. Playstyle of losing is fun, set to 500%, and Fixed Wealth Progress Mode. The seed is Thresher, and we are going to spawn all the way up here in the absolute frozen north ice sheet. We're going to pick the very first character on the list. I'm not even going to change them in any way, shape, or form. We'll rename them to Luna, who's jealous and nimble, and we're off. So it's currently 17 Fahrenheit, -8 Celsius outdoors. We have Snow Hare 1 over here, Snow Hare 2 down here, and Snow Hare 3. Otherwise, we have a vicious lynx who's going to get very hungry in about 20 hours, and a polar bear, which, by the way, is extremely difficult to trap, I found out after 5 hours of trying to devise a trap to trap the polar bear. It's basically impossible, or you can get lucky, so you'll see how I'm going to handle this. I have a plan, a really sneaky plan. Now, for those of you who are wondering, yeah, I've already played this scenario for 20 hours, dying repeatedly, but now I know how to tackle it. The first thing we need to concern ourselves with is hypothermia. We will immediately start freezing, and as we get colder, our manipulation will go down, and then we'll start wasting resources, and there's very, very, very little resources that we can waste in this map. So we're going to immediately come down here and build a shelter over the closest steam geyser possible. We'll do that by disassembling all this steel down here. Already, we're at 11% manipulation, -8. When we hit 20%, manipulation will go down -20. So we'll let her do 2 halls here, and then we'll put in a 4x4 block around this steam geyser, consisting of steel walls. As such, with a steel door. Now, that's going to be exactly 100 steel if we don't fail constructing something. We'll hold this door open for when the steam vent actually does work. Ooh, this is very, very, very priority here. We're going to do a full priority hull stack for like 60 some odd steel. In the time it takes Luna to get back there, she's going to go from -8 to -20, and then we're going to start failing and wasting steel, which is very unfortunate. There's not much we can do about it. Boom! Not one failure. That's a great way to start the campaign. Let's move these guys out of here as well, just as soon as the roof is done. She can warm up in there. All right. Hypothermia just below the -20 threshold. We'll sit in here for a little while and just warm up, drop it down, and then go hunt those bunnies before the lynx or the polar bear steal them. It's going to be very important, and I don't want to hunt them with -20% because we'll fail a lot, we'll get lots of cuts, then we have to tend to ourselves. It's going to be pretty bad. There, this will be fairly decent at 6%. That'll give us time to hunt all the bunnies. Now, you can make a club, but the time it takes to make a club, it kind of throws you into the threshold where the lynx or the polar bear might get hungry and then come out and eat the bunnies, and then you can literally starve to death on day 2. It's not a fun time, so better to just punch the bunnies. Woo, awesome. Only 1 bite there. Now, even though we have 1 bite, I'm not going to take the time to bandage. We're still at 8%. Let's go kill 1 more bunny and bring it back. Oh my god. Luna's kind of a boss. By the way, thanks to Luna for being one of our newest executive producers. Very much appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your playthrough. You're going to have to do some pretty crazy, ridiculous things to survive. This is a no-holds-barred, anything is acceptable challenge. The only goal is survive. And we're going to survive at some pretty dire costs. By the way, Luna's number that rolled for the RNG on the patron list was actually 420. I was like, that's a little foreboding for this campaign. In any event, this is a good time to mention our channel is 100% patron-funded. Well, technically we get 11 cents per episode. So if you guys enjoy this series and you want to see more, check out our Patreon. We'll throw a link on the screen right now. We'll have some fun named characters coming up. I could pretty much guarantee you they're all gonna die in interesting ways. But hey, it'll be interesting at least, right? I'm making sure to bandage while we're inside with the steam geyser. So our hypothermia is going down while we're in here. And even before 6 o'clock in the afternoon, we are ready. Let's go get that final bunny. It's the final bunny. Banana-ni. Banana-ni. Is this funny? I almost choked drinking water, singing a song in front of an audience. That's what? Let me know in the comments down below. Look how I pulled that one off, huh? I could have looked dumb, but now I just made it like a good interactive thing to boost our statistics so that maybe YouTube will recommend this to people. Pretty good. Yes, only one hit, boys. This is actually fantastic. I can't tell you the amount of times I have died trying to do different things in this campaign. Like, say, getting an infection on day 1, actually having shivering hypothermia, missing a bunny so much that the bunny won and knocked out the character on day 1. It can happen. You got to manage that hypothermia very, very, very critically. By the way, leaving this door open here is the only way to make sure you don't actually overheat. And in case you guys were wondering, you can have hypothermia and heat stroke at the same time. I had no idea, but you can actually have that happen. All right, just the polar bear and the lynx remains while Luna heals up, and then we'll clean. When we're done with that, I'll queue up a couple orders down here to haul all the steel. 64. Now, you can haul 67 steel if you're at 100% manipulation. However, she never is because of a scar we started with in her right arm. I think she can only haul 62. And this is actually kind of interesting, because normally I don't care about these little micro statistics because they don't matter that much. But in this campaign, it makes all the difference in the world. So that's a whole nother trip walking across the snow when you go really slow, because we have 64. I think she's going to haul 62 or maybe 57, depending on her hypothermia when she gets here. And also her wound status. So we're going to not haul those remaining steel and just forbid them so we don't die walking out here. Yeah, 57. Okay, the remaining 7 we'll just put on forbid for now. Now, because we do not have the cannibal perk, we 100% need to focus on our moods to the high heavens. And we need to be efficient with our time, meaning we want to sleep efficiently. So I want to actually spend that steel to build a bed in here immediately. I want to make sure also that when we do construct it, we don't have negative 20 from hypothermia. Looks like we're okay. Let's make sure she forces that for the night. Manipulation's only 76% because of the wounds and the stab scar, but it should be enough because Luna here is actually pretty decent. I'll go over her character as she's sleeping at night, assuming she doesn't fail. This is a great start to this challenge. By the way, if you haven't played Fixed Wealth Scaling Difficult, I think that's what it's called, it's ridiculous. The first raid we get will be the typical 1 character. The second raid we get, well, I guess I shouldn't spoil it, but it's ridiculous. And the third raid, it's really ridiculous. I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, Luna here has a half-decent shooting skill. She's got a melee of 9 with a passion, a construction of 9. Construction's actually really important because there's so few resources we can't afford to waste any. She also has nimble, which, believe it or not, is an exceptionally good trait for this specific playthrough because it reduces your chances of springing a trap when you step on them by 90%. So you can actually have a path that is full of traps that you walk over that enemies can't. Can't do anything but walk on the traps. So that's something we're going to use quite a bit later on with nimble. It's a strong perk. Otherwise, she doesn't have too much going for her, though she does have a good intellectual for later on if we can survive to the research phase of the game. She's pretty well malnourished. A single mental break at this stage of the game is guaranteed death, so the first thing we're going to have her do when she wakes up is butcher these guys and just eat them raw. Actually, because she's not healing because she's completely hungry, we'll have her force butcher them right now. Eat up so she can heal while she's sleeping the rest of the night. At 6 o'clock in the morning, the lynx and the polar bear will wake up, and at some point between 6 in the morning and noon, the polar bear should get a little hungry and have no choice but to attack the lynx. Nine frozen rabbit gives you half a full stomach, in case you guys were wondering. Okay. Awesome. Now she'll fix up the rest while reducing her wounds as she sleeps, and malnutrition goes away completely. Now then, let's keep our eye on the lynx and the polar bear. We see the polar bear in the southwest, and we see the lynx right near us over here. Look, it went to sleep right near the blood. It's like, oh, I smell rabbit blood. Where is it? If I sleep with my eyes open, maybe it'll show up. Come on, bear. Don't make a fool out of me. You need to be hungry. Yes, and Luna's doing the one and only thing she can do right now, which is praying for recreation, getting that mood buff up. We're going to have a penalty for eating raw food very, very, very frequently for a long time. Probably the first 10, 15 days minimum. So it's important we keep our moods as high as possible. For now, though, we can't die to a polar bear or a lynx. Well, we set foot outside for half a second and the lynx is attacking us. We actually want the lynx to come close, but here's a little tip. The animals on the map will not go into manhunter mode if you're inside, even if the door is held open. However, if you outside and they start hunting you, they'll walk inside of the door. So all we have to do here is walk back in, shut the door, come back in. Okay, now we can actually hold the door open and not worry about the lynx. There we go. Fantastic. We'll forbid it, and this will allow the heat to push out the door, not cooking us inside, while preventing the animals from going on berserker manhunter mode or whatever it is. And the lynx is really close, which is important because that polar bear must be getting hungry. Come on, buddy. Any minute now. Luna's consuming the very last of the hare meat. Okay, she's in jeopardy of going into a mental break, and we're just going to sit here and pray for a little while until that polar bear gets... Oh! The polar bear is hungry, boys! All right, phase 2 of the plan. Polar bear is coming. Lynx, you want to get a little bit closer, buddy? Just a smidgy-widgy closer, if you please. Lynx, you hungry, buddy? Yep. There he is. And in we go, where it's nice and safe. Don't forget, though, if the door is held shut, we will burn to death. Here comes the polar bear. Gonna come say hello. We'll come out briefly, go back in, and boom! All right, now this is the tricksy part, right? We have to make sure the door is not being held open. We're naked. We have nimble. This polar bear has got nothing on the map to eat but the lynx. Poor buddy, look at him. Oh, his jaw's shattered, and he's unconscious now. And he's dead. Thanks, polar bear. Okay, now I can guarantee you the polar bear's not going to be happy about this. So, spy music. Doot, doot, doot. No, run. Oh, he hit us. Oh, boy, 9 times out of 10 that doesn't actually happen, but this time it did. That's very bad, and he's at the door, so we actually can't come out there. He'll bite us again. Okay, good. He went away. Let's come back here and hold it open before we get cooked. He won't go on berserk as long as we don't step outside of that tile. Awesome. Back in we go. We'll tend to ourselves now inside with the door sealed so we don't go outside. Whew, okay. Most of the times I've done this, I would say 75% of the time I get away without even getting scratched, ever so slightly. This time he took a clip, but I think we'll be okay, hopefully. Isn't that awesome? Though? Imagine in real life, you're naked in the snow in like Antarctica. You're like, oh, there's a polar bear. You think how big a polar bear? They're freaking huge. And you're like, all right, get the lynx, polar bear, get it. And then you're just like, yoink! Running all naked with a freaking dead lynx in your shoulder. Absolutely insane. Imagine it. It'd be freaking insane. Once we're done tending to ourselves, we'll clean the room to reduce the chance of infection. And while we're at it, we'll shut off doctor care with medicine. We'll just use regular doctor care. Phase 3 of the plan. A group of travelers from Tilar are passing by. So we're about to see the throwdown, the ultimate throwdown of a polar bear versus that group of mans. While we're at it, we're going to come outside because the polar bear is already hunting them right now. There's no reason for us not to go down there and enjoy the show, simultaneously coming back with some treats. God, Luna is one cunning survivor, huh? Just cunning. I kind of feel like Luna might feel bad for all the death and murder she's going to ensue. She's like, yes, get them bear, I need their coat. I'm really hoping, everyone does show up with a parka, so I'm really hoping it kills one of them and we get a parka. That's kind of necessary for survival, because we can't make one, no matter what we do. Here we go. These guys are none too suspecting. If it bites one of the ones with the gun, no, never mind, it went for the one with the knife, unfortunately. Yes, there it is, boss! Oh, it got Henry the barkeep. He has a cloth tooth, but he didn't have a parka. Let's go strip him really quickly. They're going to be angry at us, but oh god, wait. It's coming for us now. Oopsies! I forgot I'm too zealous. Whoo, thanks, boss. Listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to strip Henry. Sorry, Henry. I need that coat really badly. Our relation's going to go from 11 to 1. That's okay. I said no holds barred. Luna is about survival at any cost. Any costs, boys. We'll strip Zellion over here. Let's look at these 2 knives that we got for ourselves. Pour 99 and pour, all right? We'll have ourselves come over here and equip that steel knife when we're done. We'll unforbid the meals. I'm pretty sure we're starving. Looks like, yes, we are. Let's go consume that simple meal. Galena's like, my god, Envy, can you believe it? Your aunt's melee fighting skills were so bad she died trying to punch a polar bear. Like, what? Oh, my god. We could potentially save Henry, but honestly, it's not likely. However, what is likely is that we can get some medicine skill. And medicine skill will potentially save us. So let's do that. We'll eat up, then we'll save Henry here. And just learn a little bit from him. Before we do that, because it's super cold, let's go strip and put on the parka. This is going to be tainted, but at least it's not tattered, which is good. Okay, that is one heck of a fantastic opening. Only thing that could have went better is the bear attacked someone with a gun, and we got one of the guns, but alas. Let's take a look at our medical skill. 2008 out of 3,000. And Henry's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scratches we can learn from. Okay, that's everything patched. We gained 438 medical skill, putting us halfway to level 3, which is fantastic. It's also possible we could save Henry here and get a reputation boost, but quite frankly, we don't need to. And it may come to pass that we might need to consume Henry a little bit later. So I think actually leaving him here is the smarter plan. We'll forbid all these tainted clothes and just leave them. And let's haul these meals home before a bunny spawns and wanders over and eats one of them. Because our mood's getting so low, we're going to clean up in here and then just have a nice rest. And I'll keep an eye if a bunny spawns or not. If one does spawn, I'll be sure to run over and grab those meals. But until then, I actually really enjoy this challenge. Like, every little thing, what I haul, it's a hauling challenge, effectively. Bravo Wolf will hate it. But every little thing needs to be hauled at exactly the right time, or else you die. We're also going to move the animal corpse outside, so it will freeze and stay preserved. Boom. At this point, I want to do everything possible to increase Luna's mood as much as I can. And one thing we can do is get rid of 8 without a table very easily by coming over here. There's 2 sandstone tables. Let's grab the one that is much higher. We'll uninstall that and we'll reinstall it right up in here inside. Awesome. Amazingly, Henry hasn't frozen to death, and he got an infection, so we can get a little bit more medical skill here. And simultaneously haul a polar bear, or some meals back. Voila! It's not going to help him survive, but hey, more medical skill for us. Bill Soto is visiting the colony, eh? Hey, little Bill Soto, the 16-year-old teenage villager. What's going on? Wow, he doesn't have a parka, but look. Tech print, jump pack. Ooh, ooh. Come on, come on. Medicine package survival meals ×5 each, 2 components, 158 silver, and 3 fine meals. This is a absolute bounty. We need more steel, and this table right here will give us exactly that. Let's come deconstruct it very quickly. There, 38 steel from a table is great. So we're going to use the steel to make a steel trap right here immediately. Technically, our recreation's a little bit low, and we can't go on a mental break, or this is game over. So we'll wait for a little walk, then we'll make that trap as soon as possible, though it does take a long time, and I don't want Nag up here to leave. Okay, good enough. Let's go. We can get this going. It's going to be a little bit of a brawl, but we have Nimble, and we have a trap on our side if he fights back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. All right. Luna is so cunning. She's just going to survive no matter the cost. Whoo. All right, little Bill Soto. Sorry. We attacked him, -12. I want to do as little as possible. I hope he just steps in a trap. Every time we attack him, we get a penalty, so maybe we can bait him into a trap. Let's see. He's attacking. He's missing. He is fighting back, though. That's fantastic. Come over here, little buddy. Come over here. Come on. Oh, nope. He wants to go bandage himself, which means he can't fight back while he's bandaging. Okay. Boom. You made the wrong... Oh, he's fighting back. Oh, boy. Death in 18 hours. We're fine. He actually just bruised us. He doesn't know how to use a knife, apparently. Hey, buddy. The poor guy. I feel bad. Now, if we don't get to -50... this relationship will repair over time. However, we're going to get to -50, unfortunately. Death in 12 hours. Actually come out here and take a look. I'll let Luna tend to herself in the meantime. I want to see, maybe his manipulation is low enough and his medical skill is bad enough that he may actually die anyway. We've tended to one of our wounds already. And he still hasn't tended to one. Okay, that's 1. Okay, he will get out of this, meaning we're gonna have to double down on it. Sorry, little buddy. There. Ooh, -49. And this time we hit him a whole bunch more to death in 10 hours. Okay. Let's try to avoid hitting him again a little bit, see if it works for us. Oh, he's gonna take the yayo? No way. He's like, I need drugs, this is too bad. If I attack him one more time, that's so bad. Death in 9 hours? Nah, we're good, let's just run. You know what? Let's go inside and shut the door behind us. Look at him snorting the drugs. He's like, I'm gonna survive. This is so insane. Think about this. Think about this in real life. Like, I've seen stuff like this in movies where, like, two people are fighting for survival. They know someone's gonna die. They're like, just dancing around. His pain is less, but I don't know if that's gonna save him. Let's tend to ourselves while we're waiting. No. 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 That's what we get, boys. Sad wanderer. That's what we get. Death in 8 hours. He's up to 11. 13. Visitors are leaving. Is he really gonna leave, or is he gonna bandage himself for days? He's gonna try to leave with blood loss severe. Consciousness negative 40. I wonder if he'll make it off the map. We'll see. Oh! I was like, just sitting here like, I don't know why I was so scared by that, but huzzah! And we're still at negative 49. Now, if we can save him, there's no way, because we're in a mental break. But my God. Oh, look at the bounty! Oh, we'll be all right as long as we don't get an infection before this sad wanderer breaks. The sad wanderer is going to take a while. Let's hold this door open, by the way, because it's currently 190 Fahrenheit, 90 Celsius inside of our bedroom. Luna is no... You gotta be kidding me. Luna is no longer wandering in sadness. How is he doing down here? How many hours? 10. We can actually save him, and this is insane! What a start. You guys like this start? If you do, crash! The like button. No, put the like button on the screen. This is what I want you to do to the like button. Crash it! Again! One more time with fire. In all seriousness, it's really important that you guys like the video. After 4 years of making 1,800 videos on YouTube, something has to go right, and we need something to get back into the recommended list someday. So it'd be very much appreciated. Hit the like button. This is a fantastic... I can't believe this start. It's insane. Now, this is very critical how we handle these moments if we don't want an enemy that's going to come to our gates and destroy us. First and foremost, it's blisteringly hot in here, so we do want to heal ourselves, but let's go outside before we do that. It's really, 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 really dirty there, so let's go somewhere else where it's less dirty, like right out here in this open. This is we'll tend to ourselves now. That's 1 and 2. We have sufficient moves to come down here and save little Bill Soto. He's currently at 8 hours, and his yayo has... Can you imagine being this kid? Just wanders into some old, like, shack in the middle of the ice sheet, and he's like, hey, old lady, you want some drugs? She's like, I mean, Luna's an old lady, right? Yeah, she's 59 years old here. And he's like, oh, drugs, stay awake. It's just... This is just funny to think about. Is it? I don't know. Yeah, it's funny. It's a game. Oh, God. There we go. Let's have Luna tend to Bill Soto. Get a little more experience. Ooh, and with this, we're going to hit medical level 3. That is huge. Huge if we get an infection later on. This could actually save us going from 2 to 3 early on day 1 or day 2 like this. That is great. Awesome. Medical 3. How's he doing down here? He's fine. We have to make sure he's got food if we want him to survive. Believe it or not, I'm going to feed him a meal. I do want him to survive. But the meal I want to feed him is just raw meat, and I'll save the good meals for myself. Let's make sure there's no bunnies that are going to eat these if I leave. Indeed, there's not. We're good. Make a medical bed back at camp. And we'll haul them in. We're actually going to be nice because I don't want an enemy with these guys. We want to make sure he only eats raw. So we'll give him raw and then feed him. And then tend to him again. He was within an inch of his life. Now I think we've deserved a bit of a rest here. Full-on food, sleeping in a nice warm bed, a little too warm, some might say. Whew. This is awesome. He's no longer incapable of walking. We don't want to kick him out just yet, though, because we want to make sure he can make it off the map. Let's feed him one more time the 4 extra meat. So basically that entire lynx went into his stomach raw. And then we'll wait a little bit longer until he gets down to this threshold where he stops healing. Then we'll kick him out. Luna is fully healed. Wow. That's where she wants to cloud watch on a boulder? Okay. Doesn't look even remotely fun, but sure. That's how she's gonna do it. And with that, check out our foods! Yes! This is amazing. Bill Soto has hit his threshold for healing, so it's time for him to go. Get out of the map, Bill Soto! Get out of the map. My golly gee willikers. If he goes that fast, I don't know if he'll make it. We'll have to see. That's really bad. Oh well. Ooh, that gun. Oh god, that looks beautiful. Let's go equip that. Excellent machine pistol, mind you. Artwork. The work reminds the viewer of love. The mindless mantis. You guys remember that Buffy episode with mantises? And like it... I wonder if this is inspired by that. Because I think a mantis teacher like seduced all the young lads and then ate them. The 90s. Oh, look at this. Andre has crashed in a transport pod literally next to us. That's incredible. Death in 8 hours. He's a space refugee from some place we don't care about. Now, here's the thing with him. We can't have 2 characters for a long time because we just can't feed them. There's not enough food, no matter what. There will be long dries, like nothing will show up in the winter. At all. Nothing. So we need to be very careful. However, what he did drop for us is a cloth parka, which is not tainted, but is tattered. All right. It's better than what we have, which is tainted. So let's go over there, strip that. Also, we'll tend to him just for the medical experience, but yeah, then we'll leave him here to meet his untimely demise. Grab that beautiful parka. His shirt's actually substantially better than ours, so we'll take it. Now, because Andre here is from an enemy faction, our only option to heal him is actually to capture him. So we'll temporarily turn our room into a prison room. We'll capture him, tend to him, and then release him. Just for the medical experience. Come over to prison and release. 438 more experience. Not bad. Luna is very resistant to solitary relaxation. So you know what? Let's finish hauling here and set up a more entertaining thing for her after we equip the machine pistol. Oh, little Bill Soto! He went berserk right at the edge of the map. I think that seals his fate unless he can get over it before he dies. We'll see. I kind of want him to leave. I mean, he brought us so many good goodies. I didn't expect Andre here to actually stand back up and get away. I just wanted to release him to get him outside. So you know what? Once we're done having a fine meal, it doesn't hurt to have more potential food around for the future. Plus, he's our enemy, so... Plus, we can heal him some more. If I wanted to capture him again. And again. This is just brutal. Oh, it's so brutal. We need the skill, though. Okay, that's enough skill. An additional 525 medical skill. Andre, you are a boss. Thank you very much. And Luna's just gonna have a nap. She doesn't even care. She's like, oh, a soft pillow. Way better than that boulder from before. And there's a snow hare. Now, the great thing about this, if I pay attention, is that it's gonna try to come yoink a meal. And if I don't let it yoink a meal, we get a free meal delivered to us. Eh? Pretty smart. And with that, Luna wakes up for another beautiful day. And there's a raid from the crows. Boy, what a freaking hullabaloo town this is. Valerie has a stabby stab over here, a drifter. Let's look at the gear. Ooh, well, one smoke leaf joint and a bad cloth duster, so not very good gear. All right. For the most part, we are prepared. We're way down here to the right, and we have a trap, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Poor little Bill Soto over here is still fuming angry. He's so mad. What would he have to be mad about? I don't know.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
I don't want to stray too far from our home right now. Well, we have a raider nearby, so let's come close and deconstruct these 4 columns while we're waiting. Since the raider's not initiating the attack, all the while making sure the bunny's not coming to steal our meal. Hey, Bill Soto! I hope he doesn't come over here. Oh god, no, 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 Bill Soto, no! It's okay, Bill Soto, don't worry, you're not mad at me. Go berserk the table. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I don't want to kill him, I want to leave him to survive. Luna's like, exclamation, exclamation, danger! Alright, fine, we'll leave him. We gotta get out of here. I really just wanted to make some good use of the time. You know what we'll do instead? We'll just clean the outside, because we're going to have to do it eventually anyway. Okay, here comes the raiders. Yes! Bill Soto's Berserker Rage has come to an end. Perfect timing. Let's get Valerie over here with Luna. I wonder if he might actually be a distraction for us. 3 cheers for Bill Soto! He's such a champ! I can't believe that little guy. That is so awesome. Valerie is now down. All the more experience for us. And if we wanted to, we could strip her stuff and sell it a little bit later. And we got this. All right. Fantastic. Fare ye well, Bill Soto. You will not be forgotten. God, the fabled legend of Bill Soto, the 16-year-old drug trader to old ladies in the Himalayan frigging Alps. Aw, he collapsed from extreme exhaustion now. Okay, he can take a nap. I think he deserves it. Valerie's healed enough that she's actually trying to escape now. All right. And she's down. And now it's time to work on our moods. The 2 easiest things, 8 without a table, and recreation unfulfilled because we're sick of walking around bored by ourselves. Let's go disassemble those columns I was talking about. And let's make a stockpile zone out here specifically for corpses. Human-like corpses. And we'll haul Valerie on our way out to disassemble. Stepping right over Bill Soto. Just having a nap. Drop a corpse. He's like, I don't like no corpses. Don't drop them near me. Oh, and that little snow hare is coming over for our meal. Perfect timing. Hey, buddy. Free meal for us. We have 60 granite blocks. Let's put in a granite stool inside at the table. And, more importantly, a granite horseshoe pin just outside the door. Okay, that's 2 issues taken care of. Oh, I didn't know little Bill Soto had a wound gunshot machine pistol. Did I hit him by mistake? Sorry, Bill Soto. Let's go rescue him. Yes, our first horseshoe. This is gonna buff our wreck so fast, it's insane. Now we're faced with a real interesting conundrum. Bill Soto here is about to starve to death. We could feed him a polar bear or one of our meals, but this stuff is really, really, really rare and valuable. Or we could feed him nothing and have him for feeding us later. Or we could feed him Valerie, the herbal. This is, I mean, for role-playing reasons, I really want this guy to survive. Plus, if he dies, I'm worried about his faction hating me, especially now that I've tried to save him. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna shut off the polar bear and the bunny, and we're gonna feed Valerie raw to Bill Soto. I hope he doesn't go on a mental break. I really want him to get off the map. I really shouldn't do that, but come on, he deserves a happy ending, if you can call this a happy ending. Oh god. What a mess. Look at that, boys. Consciousness 7% with severe malnutrition. He's none too happy, but he's got a full stomach of Valerie, as they say. We're gonna have our first meal at the table. Now, it's all about increasing our mood buffs. Rowdy apparel, 8 without a table will expire soon, and we'll have a table now. Slept in the heat we can't really deal with. Barracks we can actually get rid of right now by shutting that off. Bill Soto will eventually wake up. Unsightly environment is the next big issue, so let's just clean up the outdoors here. Oh, Bill Soto, go, go, go! We believe in you! Malnutrition severe. I don't know if he'll make it. We'll see, though. Look at him huffing and puffing. Walking right by Valerie. Doesn't care none. Malnutrition moderate. Come on, Bill Soto, we believe! Bill Soto is a free man! Also, we just gained 13 reputation points with Tyler for saving him, even though the cause of this whole issue was us. And we still have 2 packaged survival meals, no bunnies on the map. Beautiful. We had a lot of stuff to haul, including all these corpses and a lot of stuff down here. So let's get on that, shall we? With that, we are out of meals. Let's butcher up the snow hare. An awful bedroom is the next easiest thing to take care of here. We're gonna need materials. Easiest place to get materials, right over here, especially with marble, because marble gives you +1 beauty as a wall. So let's deconstruct pretty much all this marble over here. So let's get to work putting on a marble wall secondary bedroom out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. We'll work on this marble door. hold that open as well. Fantastic. Now, we're going to need some granite. And wouldn't you know, there's a large steel, or steely, or stella. I have no idea what it's called anymore. But come down here and yoink that as well. This will make the perfect floor. Granite tiles for days. We're gonna have to eat the polar bear. It's unfortunate. I wanted to hopefully wait long enough that we could cook it up, but it's just not gonna be possible. We're hungry, and that's all we've got. Well, we did have a mental break, even though our moods were pretty high. This time, however, it was hide in room, which is the best possible mental break we can get. It'll be short, it'll give us a huge mood buff for a while, we have no chance of a raid coming, and otherwise we're fine. So this is actually a really good thing. Normally around now, I would expect at least like a berserk or a tantrum, or a hide in a room, or just a wandering around set. All of those are actually okay. In fact, they help us because this is kind of the hardest part. We got to get this room looking nice, haul a bunch of urns, move things all around. We're eating raw food, and everything's kind of a mess. But as soon as we get all that taken care of, we'll be in a good way. And there we go. Hide in room is taken care of. Not a problem. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? And there we go. An actually half-decent room. Let's take a look at the stats here. It's mediocre. It could be better. Let's make it a little bit better right now with urns that we have all over the map. And a nice, peaceful night in a beautiful bedroom that is somewhat poor and rather tight. It's better than it was anyway. You can see the beauty here is 666. Yeah, not too bad. It got a little dirty when we were moving the urns in, but not bad. Next up is survival, and I have a plan. I have a really good plan. First, we need to get steel. That's a steel sarcophagus. We'll claim that guy. There we go. Way up in the northwestern corner of the map is a lot of steel. We want to deconstruct all of this because we need traps, and this is the best way to do it. You can make traps out of stone, but stone takes literally 10 times longer than steel to make. It's just going to take way too long building those kind of traps. So this steel trap's what we need right now, because I'm expecting a raid pretty soon. Look at our moods. Woo. Considering the situation, this is a pretty good mood buff. Now, before we do anything, I noticed there was one snow hare. We have to murder every single thing that comes onto this map, and this snow hare is no exception. Immediate hunt. In fact, I'm going to set hunt on a 2 priority. Beautiful. There we go. That's most of the steel on the map. We have exactly a 222. We're going to have to build one more trap right there, and another trap over here, and one final trap here. These two I'll move in a minute for a special safety defense plan that I have in mind. It's worth noting the temperature here is not evenly spread out. It's shooting up to like 110 over here, and in the main room here, it's getting down to like 40, 50 at night. So we really want a second door here right after these traps are taken care of. So let's deconstruct this guy. We'll deconstruct this one and this one as well. Putting in marble wall, and marble door. Sure the door is held open. Whoo! Okay. Now it's time for the contingency plan. And I'm not going to show you what it is because I want you to see it. I want you to see it when it happens. And I think we're going to need it tomorrow. Special secret time. Engage. Oh, that's it. That's our last non-human meat on the map, boys. 9 raw hare meats. After this, there is nothing on this map. How long do we have? Cleaning rock rubble, no food, no animals. Oh god, this is not good. Playing horseshoes, things are getting bad and fast. With both of these doors open, in the main room over here, when there's a heat shoot, or what's a geyser blast called, I wonder? Ah! A geyser is a spring characterized by an intermittent discharge of water ejected turbulently and accompanied by steam. So one would call a geyser blast a turbulent ejection. Facts with friends. Okay. Good thing we know that now. In any event, it's getting up to 60 Fahrenheit here, maybe 20 Celsius, and in the main room is now 35. It's very cold. It's actually going to get much colder very soon. Outside, it's 7 Fahrenheit, negative 14. And keep in mind, this is the middle of summer, even though it's a permanent winter. It actually gets down to negative 80 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but my god, it's ridiculously cold in this biome. Which actually makes me wonder, how cold does it get in Antarctica? In winter, sea ice, which is where we... Why did I say it like that? Sea ice! Anyway, sea ice envelops the continent, and Antarctica is plunged into months of darkness, blah, blah, blah. Temperatures hover around negative 60 Celsius, which is negative 76 Fahrenheit, which is actually exactly what they get to in this game, in this biome. Huh, that's it. It's almost like they did research and they know what they're doing. Well, what do you know? In any event, what we're going to need is a secondary layer of walls, so granite is the smartest move for that because it has the highest durability in the game. Marble for the inside for beauty, and a granite for the outside for extra durability. Now, this will give us 2 layers of insulation. If we were to do something like that and like this, and put these guys up at the corners there as well. Awesome. And we'll put a few more out in front as well. Ooh, moods are going into mental break range. This is... Oh, Psychic Soothe female. This is conveniently easy. Like the second it thing's down. In any event, we have no food and we're malnourished. That's what I was waiting for, boys, just as we finish the walls. Well, not quite. There's still 2 more tiles here. Still 2 more tiles. We're on... I don't know what day exactly. We are on day 13. Now, how difficult is this raid on day 13? There are actually only 3 Outlanders. One of them has Molotovs, one of them has a hunting rifle, and another one has a hunting rifle. All right. That's actually not as bad as I was expecting. Normally it's 5. I got a little lucky. However, there are still 3 of them, and they have hunting rifles, so how are we going to kill them? One of them has 1 package survival meal. Yes, we are malnourished. We need it. We need it badly. Oh, there's no food here. Anyways, if you guys are new here and you enjoyed this episode and you want to see the next one, crush the subscribe button. Otherwise, crush the mans. Boop.